Good morning. Welcome to the morning news on Remote TV. I am Oluduro Jeremiah. On the national news, the 7 Nigerian Air Force officers who died in last Sunday's Beechcraft King Air B359I air crash will be buried at the National Cemetery, Lugbe Airport Road, Abuja today. The Nigerian Air Force NAV disclosed this in Abuja yesterday. Recall that the surveillance aircraft crash-landed at Basak village just before the runway of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, after reporting engine failure. The late officers are Lieutenant Aruna Gazama, Flight Captain Henry Pio, Co-Pilot Flying Officer Michael Okpara, Airborne Technical Observation System Specialist Warrant Officer Basi Etim, ATOS Specialist Sergeant Olasukomi Olawumi, ATO Specialist Sergeant Ugochukwu Oluka, ATO Specialist and Aircraftman Adewale Johnson, onboard technician. The tragic incident generated an outpouring of grief nationwide, while the Chief of Air Staff, Air Vice Marshal Isiaka Amao, ordered an investigation into mishap. The CAS said the deceased personnel had been in Minna, Niger State, for days conducting intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance missions in connection with the effort to secure the release of the 42 students and staff abducted from the Government Science College, Gagara, Niger State. Still on national news, the arraignment of 5,000 suspected Boko Haram insurgents being held across various detention facilities in the country would soon begin. Director General of Legal Aid Council Aliyu Abubakar said this yesterday during a visit to Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum. He said inmates were detained at Giwa Barracks, Maiduguri, and Kainji Correctional Facilities, among others, for their alleged involvement in insurgency. He said the trial would be conducted by the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation (AGF), Office of the National Security Advisor (ONSA), in collaboration with the Theatre Command of Operation Lafayette Dole. He added that the Legal Aid Council was mandated to provide defense for the inmates. Abubakar said the council has so far interviewed about 283 of the inmates to ascertain the nature of the crimes they committed. Their defense counsel would have to interview them from time to time to enable us to know their own part of the story. So, because regardless of the general crimes they committed, it is possible that out of hundreds, you may find out that 1 or 2 persons were innocent of the charges that have been detained for. It was necessary for them to be represented by counsel to make sure the officials fulfill all the requirements of the provisions of the law. All evidence must be presented against them before the court of law so that those that are found guilty are prosecuted and face the consequences of their actions. On international news, Google Australia Managing Director Melanie Silver told also senators last month that the news media bill, as it stood at that time, would result in a revocation of the country's access to Google search. In recent weeks, Facebook also responded to legislation by blocking the sharing of news on Facebook and Instagram in Australia. After much controversy, the Parliament of Australia moved Thursday to pass the news media, which owns Instagram and Google, to pay Australia publishers for content that makes its way to the free-to-use platforms. The code is a significant microeconomic reform, one that has drawn the eyes of the world on the Australia Parliament, is said, as reported by Bloomberg. Per the new law, companies like Google and Facebook will now be required to draw up licensing agreements with wholesale publishers. And on sport news, Anthony Joshua insists on all options are open for the location of his fight with Tyson Fury and has described himself as the boss as talks intensify. Joshua and Fury's team are locked in a negotiation to finalize the generation-defining heavyweight fight that would crown an undisputed champion. IBF WA and WBO title holder Joshua exclusively told Sky News that the pandemic is getting close to things being normal. We are working on a date for around June. So if Tyson is serious, which I think he is, he will know where to come and find the boss. I am ready. I'm really looking forward to competition. All I want to do is fight. Joshua's promoter Eddie N recently told Sky Sports that Saudi Arabia, American, Qatar, Dubai, Singapore, and China were all interested in hosting the fight. Joshua told Sky News when asked if it was possible for the fight to remain in the UK. Any option? Home turf, Middle East, my back garden, your back garden, I don't mind where it is. I'm just ready to fight. I want that belt. I want to compete with Fury, so all options are open to me. Lastly, on entertainment, Nigeria singer Burna Boy has taken to his social media page to show his love for exotic cars. The singer is known to have a garage of a number of expensive automobiles. The Ye Kuna recently shared a video of himself sitting on one of his expensive cars, a Rolls-Royce Dawn. The convertible car reportedly cost a whopping sum of 133 million naira, approximately $350,000. It was also reported that the singer bought his car in 2019. However, It seems that he's just had the time to drive it around. In the videos on Instagram story, the musician was spotted sitting on his red car with a cup of alcohol in his hand. The camera panned from the singer towards his garage and showed other luxurious cars. And that was all on the morning news on Remo TV. For more news, check us out on our social media platform on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Official Remo TV. Visit our website at www.remotv.com.ng. I am Oluduro Jeremiah. Bye for now.